Hey, this is Captain complains about tanky enemies yet doesn't decide to lower the difficulty noob, and this is the LC-1 laser carbine. This is a standalone energy weapon that is in universe a kind of competitor to the AER-9 laser that we have in the Fallout universe. So yeah, there's a little bit of backstory to that. It's a standalone energy weapon with quite a bit of customization options and nice meshes and textures there. I do like the shininess of it. Pretty nice model. Anyways, we'll get into these attachments. First of all, we've got the capacitors. So we've got a choice between two types. We've got the institute capacitors, which shoot the blue lasers, and the standards, which shoot the red lasers, and a semi-auto and an automatic version of each. We'll go for the automatic version there, only doing 108 damage there, which is a little bit alarming because usually laser weapons that are firing energy damage are a little bit toothless, but we'll see how it goes. We'll make an automatic one there. And for the heatsink, we can have a standard one, and that makes it compact and easy to handle. This one gives us more shots in our magazine, which is kind of useful, but it does so at the cost of accuracy, and I do like magazine capacity over accuracy, so we'll go for the extended heatsink there. That actually looks kind of good too. Next up, we've got the stocks. We can either have the extended one, which is standard, or the collapsed one, which probably reduces your stability, increases recoil a little bit, so we'll leave that as the extended stock right there. And for the sights, we've got the standards and the glowies and the holographic sight, which looks pretty cool, so we'll definitely chuck that on. That's a custom asset there. We'll get to looking through that later. And of course, you can either have a standard emitter, which shoots out the standard laser bullets, or you can have the shotgun emitter, which splits the beam into multiple things and also changes there. So you've got multiple barrels on the end of that, or yeah, I guess you could say multiple barrels. I'm not sure what else you'd call that. But yeah, that increases the damage exponentially. We'll have this at the standard one, but we'll definitely create a shotgun and use that later on, but we'll leave that at the standard one for now. Now, this thing curiously has the Creation Club attachments that would happen to be the faction paints and all that, but it changes nothing on the weapon, so probably just a something left over from the laser rifle on the mod when this thing was copied over. And of course, a legendary effect is there if you need it, and we probably might need one for this one, but not on the shotgun one. So but you know what, for the sake of using this thing in its pure form, we'll go ahead and leave that blank with the legendary effects, and we'll get it at Gunner's Plaza. Righto, here we are in Gunner's Plaza with our laser carbine there, and going through the reload animation, you can easily tell that this thing is using the laser gun animations there, and that's what it looks like in third person there, sorry. And yeah, it looks pretty good. Alright, we'll get into shooting some of these gunners, and we'll monitor how this thing performs. So, with the standard shot there, going automatic, this thing does indeed fire fast, although it's a little bit hard to control where you're shooting, or know where you're shooting, when the laser muzzle flashes get in the way of your sights there. So I advise going into third person and shooting people there. That makes it a whole lot easier there. Also, ponytail physics, yay. Alright, we'll quickly kill this gunner there, and we can drop him pretty quickly. We've got a decently high mag capacity on this, and you know what, pretty good damage at range too. So yeah, with this high rate of fire, we can actually do pretty well against these gunners. But when it comes to the tanky legendary gunners, go for headshots, otherwise you're going to have a very bad time, because those guys just like to soak up all of your laser bullets. So far, the damage has been alright, nothing to really write home about, but if you're playing on lesser difficulties and fairer difficulties, to be honest, yeah, you can have a lot of fun with this weapon, I'm guessing. So we're down to 850 fusion cells. Hopefully we won't get through them all before we're out of Gunner's Plaza. But if we do, don't worry, I've got the console commands and the power to spawn things out of thin air. Basically, console commands and PC, it just makes you a god. Alright, I think that is everyone cleared out from there. We'll give this one last run on this gunner in here, and then we'll switch it up to the shotgun platform of this weapon, which on the weapon card said it did a ton more damage. So let's go and test that. Now, we've only got 6 of the rounds here because I've got the shorter barrel, but this whole thing is shorter with the short stock, or the compacted stock there, and the little glow sights there. So a very compact laser weapon, so very concealable. If you were playing New Vegas, you could probably sneak this into one of the casinos if you want to blow up the Meritas or something. Anyway, so in terms of damage, this thing is absolutely pulverizing these gunners compared to whatever the one did before. So we'll just quickly bash him to death, seeing as we need to reload. So this one is actually so much more efficient on laser fusion cells that it's probably, I actually recommend using this one over the standard firing one, even though you are losing out a little bit of range. But you know what? most of the engagement range where you'd be out of range for this thing, you'd probably want to use something like a Gauss rifle or a sniper anyway. So you know what, this is probably the way I'd sort of run this thing. But obviously this thing isn't entirely optimized for this because, oh crap, that's Captain Bridget. Okay, time to finish you off in a few shots there. Pretty damn decent with VATs there. We've managed to take out half of Captain Bridget's health bar in one critical there, which is no small feat. I think she's got like 5,000 health or something, and down you go there. Hopefully the lingering damage over time doesn't kill us. Al is really mad because Bridget's gun is super overpowered and she doesn't like that. So hopefully we can get some of this nerd rage stuff going. There we go. We've managed to kill that gunner there. Both of them, brilliant. The scatter shot platform worked quite well there. And we've got a little bit more damage with, what's it called? Destroyer of Arcadia there. Because we go into low health mode, it gives us more damage. But the battle is far from over yet. We'll just quickly drop that guy. And of course the melee gunner. We always forget about this person sometimes. Or maybe we didn't. No, we did. Don't worry, I was looking at that turret. That turret was also aggroed, so we'll just quickly mow you down. Oh, you've got a baton, do ya? Well, I've got a terrible aim and a shotgun, so I'm probably going to win anyway because of the scattershot reasons. But there you go. In Gunner's Plaza, this thing did pretty well. Use it in shotgun form to do the most damage, but you will compromise range a little bit. But the damage you can do is probably outweighed. You'd probably just use something else. Alright, quickly just finish you off. Yeah, just use something else at range. Keep this thing for close quarters, and I think this thing will serve you quite well in combat. I think the one that shoots the standard laser beams needs a little bit of an upgrade there. A lot of an upgrade, to be honest, actually. Righto, so playing to this weapon's strengths a little bit, we've got the shotgun one here with a longer barrel and a reflex sight there, and a stock just for better control and just general use of the weapon. So we'll run up to these super mutant tank lords and see if we can't kill them with one mag there. Now the blue laser bolts on this thing actually do a little bit of armor piercing damage at the cost of a little bit of base damage there, so I'm hopefully thinking that the tough armor and hides that these guys have by their nature of being a super mutant will actually be cut through more easily with a shotgun type weapon that does a little bit more piercing damage. Now let's just quickly bring out our other one there. Remember, we're getting about 39 damage per shot on these guys. Just kill those doggos first. That's another warlord probably. 39 for you, and we'll quickly whip out our blue laser bolt one. 38. So despite this thing being more of the armor piercing variety, you can do slightly more damage with the red laser bullets. Okay, that one was 38. It's possible that he was probably wearing something else or something that was a little bit less in damage resistant. It's pretty much interchangeable. It doesn't really matter. Negligible is what I'm meant to say there with the super mutant armors, because they really don't offer all of that much difference there. See, this guy's got 143 of the, oh wait, no, I'm looking at energy resistance here, aren't I? 83 of the energy resistance, and I'm guessing the next super mutant we fight will be just around that sort of area of energy resistance. So you'd think that energy weapons would do a little bit more damage since people usually have more ballistic resistance, but that just doesn't seem to be the case. And that might be because you can't suppress them. That's just a skirmisher. He'll get eaten by some radroaches. See, this one's got 83 of that energy defense there, so it's really negligible. 3 little bits of energy resistance isn't going to make a whole lot of difference to your weapon, even if it is just an extra point of damage less on each projectile. It really doesn't matter all that much, so yeah, definitely go for the red lasers here. Although if you do like the aesthetics of the blue lasers, which, you know what, they're okay, they're kind of cool, I guess, then yeah, you can go ahead and use them, and you won't really have that much of an effect. Maybe if you're fighting something like a fog crawler, which has a lot of energy resistance on it, you could probably do something better with that. But again, you probably don't want to be fighting that thing at close range. You probably want to pick it off from a distance because it's a fog crawler. It's meant to be fighting at range. But there you go. That was the LC-1 laser carbine in Gunner's Plaza there, and it did pretty well.
Good job.
Righto, no monsters today. Our last little field trip will be taking out some of these gunners down here in good old Quincy. So now I've got the napalming effect attached onto this, which is basically my improved incendiary effect from my legendary effects mod. And what I'm realizing now is what I should have done for this mod. Instead of making it alter the projectile, I should have just made it alter the impact. So I'd have the impact as that little fiery thing, but you'd still remain a laser gun if you're firing lasers. It just changes the impact to that burning bit there. But I do believe that having a laser gun that immolates people when you shoot them, I guess that makes sense. I'm not really a physicist or anything, but if you're firing something that's extremely hot and they're wearing something that's flammable, I guess that works. So I think lingering damage over time will get you killed. So we'll just quickly shoot at your mate and you're probably dead from damage over time, so that's good. Running low on the old fusion cells again, or still I should say, so we'll quickly try to make the best use out of this thing as we can. So in terms of batch efficiency, this thing isn't the best, but you know what, I don't expect it to be that great. It's not an energy weapon, or that is a pistol. Usually those, the Soltron Dominator, eh? Well, I've got a few tricks up my sleeve there. Also, get that super laser out of my face. Looks like we're going close quarters with these gunners in Quincy rather than going up on the rooftops for once, so that's nice. There we go. More shots on you. You go down there. Oh god, I might actually have to add myself some more fusion cells soon because I am running out really fast. I guess this is a limitation of the weapon. Whilst fusion cells, sorry, I'm getting my terminology mixed around here. Whilst fusion cells are certainly one of the more common types of ammos around, yeah, you're not going to be finding all that much to keep this bad boy firing for multiple hours at a time like you would with other weapons, because it just goes through them so quickly. You will never find enough to sustain it, which is a little bit, I guess, how you balance a thing. But if it's only firing these bullets, the normal ones, yeah, you're probably better off using a regular laser gun there to do damage. Okay, so there's a gunner commander up there. We can quickly finish him off with a little bit of damage over time. We'll just get ourselves some crits on him just to guarantee those hits there. Hitting him for 66, that's a funny Star Wars number. That's when they killed all the Jedi. Alright, I think that should be enough just to finish him off. There we go. Concentrated fire has got our backs, and so does a mysterious stranger. So he does a nice little backflip or 7 before he dies, so he's got at least a satisfying send-off there. We'll quickly spray down that gunner there. And I believe all of my enemies now are up on the rooftops, so up on the rooftops we shall go. Now, in terms of the size of this weapon, in terms of its file size, I don't think it's too big. This thing uses assets that are already in the game in terms of the animations and the sound, so it's a pretty lightweight weapon. So if you do find yourself inclined on a energy weapons build or anything, if you like playing Fallout games like that and you want something a little bit more on the modded side, then I do recommend this thing. This thing is fun to use despite it not being great in the old thing. Also, I'm going to bring out the shotgun here because we're running very, very low on energy cells. We need the best damage per fusion cell we can get, so this is probably the way we can do that. Now, the trouble is we have to run up really close to these gunners now. Also, that pile of ashes that I walked over was the power armor I cooked, so this thing can even immolate people in power armor to turn them into ash. Oh good, I have to go all the way down here again. Good thing I've got some acrobat legs on, because that was a height that'd definitely kill me if I dropped off that in real life. Okay, we'll go for a crit against that captain there. And whilst that was a crit and a little camera animation with it, we really didn't get the damage we need to drop that guy, which is obviously realistic. This thing is probably not hitting him with all that much. If I could just jump up there, I'm just hammering the spacebar now. Come on, I'm going to kill these gunners quickly, because I don't want them to report the position of Allah over here to their HQ. Oh wait, no, we already killed them, don't worry. We're just cleaning up all of the gunner strongholds here at Captainoob today, which we've done before, and definite, oh, bugger off mine. in a definitely faster manner before, because these gunners are all spread out now. So according to this, we can go ahead and one-shot him there, which is great. Nice and close to that gunner. We'll definitely drop him quickly. And we've got one more to go. Okay, go for a crit. And now you're dead. Goodbye, Miss Gunner there. Thanks for coming out. We'll see you later. So, I think that is enough for the LC-1 laser carbine. It's a pretty fun weapon. It might need a few buffs here and there to make it viable for the late game, but in terms of its balance compared to the AER laser rifle in the base game, it's pretty much on par, except for the super overpowered shotgun thing. Not sure if that's intentional, but that's just how it is. Now, in terms of this thing crashing the game, like a lot of comments were saying it does, I've had no crashing problems at all with this, so I'm pretty sure this thing is super stable now, so go ahead and download it if you don't want to see your game crash. The new version fixes all that, so links in the description if you want to see it. Thank you for watching, guys.